Yo, yo, yo.
Yo.
Testing, 1, 2.
Yo, you tuning in to the Notion Podcast. This your host, Dizzy D Spill, with my co-host in the building,
Jelani Evans.
Farmer Poe.
Yo, I'm going to throw a disclaimer out here right now, man. The weather is nasty. So stuff might cut off on us. Y'all might get a 5-minute episode, but you still need to like and subscribe, leave comments. You know what I'm saying? Don't diss us.
Clip him up.
You know what I mean? Because we ain't got nothing against Mother Nature.
Just double back around.
Yeah, just double back, man. We'll do it all over again next weekend or something like that. But you just do what you do and show some love. Anyways, how y'all feeling, fellas?
I'm cool.
Besides the weather, I should say.
I mean, I like this type of weather. I just don't like to be out in it, and I don't like when it cuts my power out. But you know,
yeah, for sure. You know, we don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't a fan of the wind too much like that.
Yeah,
I like the weather and all that. But there we go.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be some flickering, man.
It's gonna be. Yeah, I'm
strobe lighting. We outside. You know
yeah, man.
Strobe lighting.
Shit, I'm good, man. Yeah, feeling good. I'm
That's
feeling
what's
creative
up. What's up?
And all that.
That's what's up. That's solid.
I mean,
man.
like, you know what? I can say the energy is feeling different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it seemed like the year might have started off a little slower than people might have wanted to, but I'm definitely feeling real positive and optimistic about this year.
For sure.
I feel like some things are already transitioning for the better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like last year was kind of a rough year. But I feel like it helped a lot of people.
The past few years have been a rough year.
Yeah, but I feel like last year was a year that a lot of more people did reflecting, and because of that, people's mental is different, and there's a certain shift in expectancy, how people are thinking, how people are talking, how people are actually executing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
We're
it's
still
gonna be a
shaking
good
the
year.
dust off from 2020.
Well, I mean, some people are, and some people are. I mean, when you say that, it's like it's coming out of situations. And certain things that
a lot of
transpired
us are coming out of
2020.
situations.
Well, I mean, you know, that was a major shift for everybody. And you got to think about it. The world shut down, and then learning how to adapt to that, and then learning how to adapt to a new world once it decided to open back up. So things have been different. There have been some shifts, and things have been a little hectic. But I feel like, I guess you could say a certain level of normalcy is coming back.
Yeah, kind of.
I said a certain level.
All right, it's the norm. The new norm is becoming more defined. I would say that.
More comfortable?
I don't even know if it's comfortable, but it's becoming more defined.
I got my feet kicked up. It's comfortable.
I know a cat.
What the new norm really is.
I know a cat that said, "Welcome to the new world, new beginning, new way to play, a new way of living. Cash is the past, a new way of spending, new life for man, children, and women." Now I said that in '99.
Before his time, he was.
And I think it was on the Nostradamus album. I think so. It's like it's crazy because how that hits so different now.
Man,
especially after 2020, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, everybody's trying to get their bearings back, and then some people still on that same old ish. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about them, and I'm not speaking about or for them. We focus on the people that's moving forward, progressing.
Yeah,
and
sometimes
making the best
they're a distraction, though. Sometimes they just get in the way.
They're only a distraction if you acknowledge.
Move them out the way.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta move them out
Not
the way.
acknowledging.
I feel like this year for me is gonna be. I'm intentionally being more creative, like projects. I'm always having something new that I'm like gonna be making something.
Yeah, for sure.
Idle time for me is really just after hours and just chilling. But most of the time, if I got time during the day, I'm making something.
I feel like we all in our bag.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Because I've been saying I'm making it an effort to be more productive and more proactive.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like looking to make things happen. Speaking things into fruition, and then actually putting myself in a place for them to come together. You know what I'm saying? Emitting the right energy, keeping the right mindset. You know what I'm saying? Which at times was a little more difficult last year, but I also feel like that the way I was counterproductive in that instance. I was like, damn, something's always happening. I got this and this, and it was like I was like almost in a sense speaking it to existence or prolonging the situation by having that outlook. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of situations, they last as long as you have the messed up attitude that you have towards the situation.
For sure.
When you change your thinking, when you change your attitude, when you change your inner thing, things seem to shorten up, and you don't go through certain periods as long as, you know what I mean?
Well, they say, you know, the way you think affects the way in which you feel, and the way in which you feel affects how you act.
There it is.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't arguing.
Did y'all write that down? No.
No, they got their notepads out.
That's a gem for y'all.
They better have their notepads out.
Yeah, they better have some candles and shit too out there.
Yo,
they better have a candle or two.
I got a flashlight right here, so
yeah, have them on deck. No, houses gonna be smelling hella good in the morning. Them not the candles I'm talking about. You wanna have the other candles.
Right.
Use up all your good candles.
Yo, it's barely February, and it seems like it's something every day going on. As far as in news and current events, I seen Rajon Rondo, 2-time NBA champion, basically got caught moving drugs.
He wasn't moving drugs, man. Don't do. And see, and that's the thing about it. That makes it seem like he was really on something. Bro, he got caught with weed. And
yeah, but
weed isn't legal like that.
Yeah, it's not legal
you see
like
what I'm
that.
Saying? That don't mean he was moving weight. They're like, oh, he had drugs on him and he had a gun. All right, so look, I mean, you know, maybe he wasn't supposed to have a firearm, and he did due to some issues from his past, right? And then since weed isn't deemed legal out there, you feel me? That was like just the cherry on top, but they gonna make that the headline. Like, he was found with drugs and a firearm. And it's like, oh, what he done did now? What he out here moving coke and heroin? Nah, he just had some tree, man. And I mean, it's just.
Is he a shooter?
He's never been. He's never been. So there's that. You see what I'm saying? Like he's a point guard. You know
what's crazy?
But I mean,
that's probably why he thought he had drugs.
The irony is,
he's passing the rock.
The person that took on his.
You see what I'm saying?
But look, the irony is the person. I'm wondering who's trying to be who, because Rondo number 9, right? Let's talk about it.
It's a lot of Easter eggs.
Let's start there.
Yeah, man.
Rondo number 9.
Whose side are you on?
He's on the side. Facts,
He's
on the side of the streets.
I'm
Rondo number 9.
To put up a clear glass of water.
He said, "I'm going Boston on y'all." No, I just think it's wild that like sometimes a lot of these athletes, they get caught up in these situations where it looks like it's more of a street life scenario. Like being caught with weed in California, it's just like you're not going to get caught because it's legal out here. But then when you add up, it's just like when they stack up charges, the intent to sell, because you might have weed on you, you might have money on you, you might have a weapon on you. But I reflect on like how many athletes that was really doing a thing, and then when it seems like that candle was out on their career, now they getting into like that street life stuff.
Like
it doesn't. But see, the whole thing about it is like, there's not that many. I feel like
him, Baby Davis, Sebastian Telfair got caught with like hella guns.
Gilbert Arenas.
I mean, the whole thing about it is like this, bro.
Jordan. I'm just playing.
If I'm a recognizable individual, I'm deemed a celebrity. Nigga, I'm holding 2. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Man, and don't run up on me fast for an autograph, okay? Because it won't end well.
Are we talking about the like what our opinion is, or whether we agree?
You know what? I can say that the media never helps. The media never helps. It's just like the whole situation with Patrick Mahomes' dad right now. Like they totally disregarded the fact that he's a former MLB player, right? But what sounds better, right? What sounds better? Patrick Mahomes' father, who's getting ready to head to the Super Bowl, got caught with a DUI. But I just think that, yeah, sometimes the headline.
So his son going back to the Super Bowl, he was celebrating out late and got caught driving home from the celebration.
It's his third DUI. Yeah, it's his third DUI.
And how many times Patrick Mahomes been to the Super Bowl?
Man, I know
3-4 times.
Every time.
It's a tradition, baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But they do throw the. But like the thing is if one of us
people can't work phones,
if one of us got a DUI, it's not going to end up on TMZ or it's not going to end up on World Star.
Patrick Mahomes'
I wish it would. I need the publicity right now.
He was not having nobody put him in the Uber. Have you heard him speak?
Who?
Patrick Mahomes Sr.
Yeah.
He ain't letting nobody put him in no Uber.
Yeah.
That's an old
black man.
Black man.
He said when they beat Joe Burrows, what they say? We smoking on that. We smoking on that Burrows.
He's not having it. He's not having it.
He's not playing with y'all. Yeah, that is.
Got that Bengals OG. Yeah.
He the type that wear jupe.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was rocking Jupe. I was rocking Jupe in high school. It didn't smell bad, and I got compliments. I got compliments wearing Jupe, so I ain't hating on Jupe, and it lasts forever.
I had that Dracar and that Jupe.
Hey man.
Yeah.
Look at me. I wore Cool Water.
Give me some Cool Water to Kango. I'm out here.
No wonder we had all them old ladies like,
style.
oh, he's so cute.
Yeah.
Like, it's the old ladies that are smelling Jupe.
For real.
It was the Jupe.
Yeah, we was on game ahead of time, man. Ahead of time.
It actually looked like the color of that sweater you got. Like Jupe.
Jupe? I thought it was more of a purple color.
Something like it. I don't
It's more of a purple. This is like red.
He don't have his glasses though. Don't mind.
Well, yeah, go. Yeah.
My bad.
You want me to get the one? I can let you wear my Ray-Bans.
No, that's good.
All right.
The power was out. Flickering.
Yo,
Blurred.
how y'all feel about this rap beef
There's no rap
lately?
beef.
Like
who?
Right? There's no rap beef.
Okay, thank you. And I appreciate that statement too, because I feel like they're really trying to hype up high school feuds between these female artists, like the Nikki and Meg and Lotto and Ice Spice, and then they trying to bring back the Benzino and Eminem. The beef ain't real beef compared to what we used to seeing when we was coming up.
So Benzino and Eminem are both. Neither one of them are relevant.
Hold on.
Yeah, I said it.
Have y'all heard the tracks?
Neither one of no. Why would I? So, like I was saying, I feel like the only people who really even care about it is like their fans, right? So Nikki's, Barbie's, and Meg's stable or whatever. They're the only ones that really care. Nobody's.
I would throw a horse sound in the background when you say
concerned. You know what I'm saying? Like you was like rap beef. Who? Man, you talking about the Butcher and Gibbs? Man, they ain't really.
For me, I'm looking at it as competitiveness, art. Like
I don't feel like it's there.
This is where I'm gonna say that. For Nikki and Meg, I like the competitiveness in that. Like if they drop dope songs, if you drop a dope song, then it's dope. I'm not a fan of Eminem. I haven't been a fan of his music since I don't know when. Benzino, obviously, yeah, for
Jesus
sure.
Christ, guys.
But I ain't gonna lie, I accidentally heard the M track, and that shit was fire.
Who, M?
But he wasn't rapping. He was rapping, but he was rapping in a different type of cadence that was for the beat. I mean, it was dope.
You're the hell out.
It wasn't like
but
that.
But the thing about it is, like, nobody's doubting the talent. Nobody has ever doubted the talent of Eminem. It's just the relevancy of that beef. Like,
oh yeah, no, I mean it's really not it's not only because Benzino is in the headlines now because of his daughter and some of the most recent things.
Somebody said Eminem should send him a pack of turtlenecks, but go ahead.
So, bruh, Benzino, I just heard the Benzino second track today.
Nah, he wasn't. He wasn't really.
I heard the second one.
It wasn't really trash.
That shit was fire. Whoever his ghostwriter is dope as fuck. That shit was But
I appreciate
it. I
appreciate it. He reached out and when I was trying to come up with things to talk about, I was like, I'll slide you these verses. So, yours truly. Hey, thank you.
Listen, he even said Benzino dog in his verse. Shit was fire.
Hey man, I really appreciate you trying to help him out, man. His diss track was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I didn't even hear Eminem's because I already know he's a verbal assassin. You understand what I'm saying? But I still feel like what for? Like
I was about to say, why are they even beefing?
What for? Well, the reason why was
it's never dead.
Well, his daughter kind of ignited it. She made like some kind of statement about she would never do anything with Eminem, and then Eminem wrote a tweet and said, "Dang, there goes my feature," like being sarcastic, like as if I really wanted to do anything with you. And then dude from The Mask decided to respond, and he was like, "Oh, I know he's." And so that's what ended up
talking about
Dorian when he put
the mask on.
Yeah, he looked like
and
Dorian.
He started turning into if you ain't never seen The Mask, that part right there, that's a crazy reference.
Yeah, no, he really does look like that though. Like, I'm sorry, but
that's crazy.
The internet agrees. But that's what ended up happening, bro. And so now here we are. That's what I'm saying. It seems like a lot of the beefs are forced.
I mean, of course
they're forced.
Yeah.
Like, but the era that
is it quality?
No, it's not even quality.
And so, like,
I mean,
all right, now,
the Meg song was kind of cool.
Now shift. I'm glad you said that. Now shift to Meg and Nikki. Like, have y'all heard either one of the songs?
Yeah.
Supposedly you have.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any.
Nikki's.
I don't even care to. Bro.
I don't either. But it came across the airwaves.
I gotta weigh in. I gotta weigh in. As an artist, I'm going to listen. I'm good. Even if people say it's trash, I want to make sure it's trash for me. So I'm gonna be like, all right, let me see what's going on. And they were right. So I wasted my time. You know what I'm saying? And that happens at times. It's just like showing up to a party and it's not really a party. I wasted my time. But none of the diss tracks were really diss tracks. It sounded like high school beef.
Like, and that's another thing. All right, so if you really gonna beef, say their name, mention them.
Yeah.
Make it direct.
That's where we come from. That's the era we come from.
Don't be giving subliminals. And
I think sometimes it depends for me on that, because if you are artistic in a way to where you can say something, like sometimes the dope part is saying something that you and maybe that person, not just that person, but others wouldn't know, and try to figure out and put it together without having to say directly. Like if you're creative enough.
I got unresolved issues. I remember there was the mixtape that came out that Nicki Minaj was on. You know what I'm talking about? When she first came out, it was Joel Santana, Fabulous, all of it, right? And I remember Joel Santana was at the beginning, and he kept calling somebody Blank Man. Right? He was pulling out his chains. He's like, "Do you got this, Blank Man? Do you got?" He was pulling out some heat, right?
Who he's talking about?
I'm still trying to figure that out. That's why I don't like subliminals. I still don't know to this day. I still don't know to this day. It was around the time Jay-Z. It was around the time Jay-Z was the president of Def Jam. But he kept calling somebody Blank Man, and I'm like, who is he talking about? Because he had Joel's heated. I don't like subliminals.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Say their name. Say their name, and let it be known. I
want to speak your name.
Yeah.
I want to say, you know who you is, Blank Man.
I think Rap Beef need to step it up.
Blank Man, hell
I bet Blank Man was sitting there like, who is he talking about? Who's he talking about,
bro? And it's the whole time it's them. You know what I'm saying? So, Joels, if you listening, please, can you tell us who Blank Man was back then? Please, I would like to know.
Blank Man is
so
crazy,
we can put this
though.
conversation and these thoughts to bed, man. Seriously.
Blank Man sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's like you're not even worthy of me using your actual name or alias. That's a different type of I don't like you. I know that. I do know that. So
shooting blank.
How y'all feel about Shaq getting out there and making that conversation about not fully trusting a woman?
Man, dog, y'all gotta feel me in because I was trying to peep it.
I mean, I guess that's what it translates to. Mm-hmm. He was like never fully open up.
Yeah. So he said never fully open up to. He was doing a podcast with Country. It was Kim, Country Wayne, and I don't know who the other guy was.
Okay,
and they both was in agreement, Country Wayne and Shaq, and he was basically saying never fully open up to a woman because they'll use it against you later on. And as fellow men, I wanted to know your opinion.
I get where he's coming from. I understand what he's saying because I've had that happen.
Like open up and be vulnerable about something that you may not be comfortable with people knowing.
I think I do that with everybody. So for me, y'all got to explain to me for y'all, in your opinion, the difference on that. Because for me, I think anybody does that. Like we could say it's men that do that.
But man to man, that's different. But
we could beat your ass if you say something. That's the difference. We could flat out beat your ass if you open your mouth and say something you ain't got no business saying.
With a woman, and then things not working out, and then she using that as ammo to hurt you.
What the things that you were vulnerable about?
Yes.
Yeah. Things you're insecure about, things you don't want the rest of the world to know.
I haven't had that happen. Yeah, I haven't had that happen.
I've had that happen.
I've had it happen.
But I feel like it's one of them situations where it's like hurt people. So because you hurt her or she's emotional behind something, she says something that you confided in her with to try to hurt you.
Yeah.
Throw it back in your face type things. And I've had that happen. And I get it. I understand where he's coming from. On the same breath, I feel like the older you get and the more of a bond you have with, I mean, I guess I could say your significant other, wife or whatever, woman, you should be able to get to a point where you can kind of like, be vulnerable and open up and confide in her and not have to worry about any type of blowback, even if you fall out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, on the same breath, open up 100%, like confide everything. I don't know about that. I'm not like.
So what was the conversation?
90%.
I think the conversation was more so about like somebody that you're in a relationship with, and men, for the most part, a lot of men from the times that we come from and before. I gotta be specific on that because men are different in different eras, and I just think that we come from a time where it's like, yo, don't cry. You know what I'm saying? Don't be all this vulnerable stuff. And then on top of that, it was, be careful around a woman when it comes to things that you're vulnerable with, things that, most men would want to take with them to their grave because it can get thrown in your face in the heat of the moment, in a debate, in an argument, or because, like Jelani said, hurt people. So in that moment, they say something that, is really destructive to your ego or your emotions.
Let me ask, in these situations, was the comment or statement or whatever, the dig, was that unwarranted? Was that just out of nowhere, or was this an argument and this just is like, like how did that come?
Either way,
as far
as ammo.
Like a hypothetical. Yeah. I think that here. Okay, let me tell you what I think about the comment, and then I'll answer that question. First of all, I think that if you're one of those people that's going to be worried about something like that, then I think you should really focus, which a lot of people don't do in this day and age, is you should really focus on really getting to know each other thoroughly. Habits, good habits, bad habits, and then when you get close to somebody, you should really understand their fighting style. Once you understand somebody's fighting style, then you'll know how to put your defense up with that individual. Every single person in your life got a fighting style.
This is what I've been thinking, because when I'm thinking about who made the statement saying never open up fully to a woman, it's like a lot of dudes be out here
pillow talking
dogs, and then you vulnerable with somebody, and then you hurt them in whatever way you hurt them, and then. You know what I'm saying? Like, not every situation is like that, but a lot of men we know, they going around doing bad. And then, of course, she's going to say something because she may not be able to do something as equally as hurtful. So she'll say something that she feel may be equally as hurtful. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong, but it be certain. Come on, Shaq, knock it off, bro. We ain't saying what she might have said right. It could have been something very...
Is it the messenger?
It depends. Yeah, come on, man.
Is that why your reaction is that way? Because it's the messenger?
Yeah, like, come on, bro.
Because I'm going to tell you, because me and you had a conversation off mic one time, and I got the quote. I don't even remember where I got the quote from, but I loved it. And the quote was, don't ever beat yourself up on trying to understand women, because women understand women and they hate each other. And the point that I'm making is that I've seen women tear each other down way worse than I've ever seen men. When it gets heated, they could be best friends, they could be siblings, they could be cousins, and I think that's probably has a lot to do with when you are on the other end, even as a young man, a little boy, and you see two women going at it, and you know more about them you've ever known in that argument than you've ever known prior to that. You see what I'm saying? Then it's like, ooh. Man, I probably might keep my mouth shut. See, you know what I'm saying?
I think what I think happens more often is not necessarily. I mean, the thing that you were vulnerable, may have been vulnerable about, gets included in this, but for the most part, I see where it's whatever information they can use to hurt you and disclose.
Sometimes your information
and try to expose you. So they're gonna say all the things about your character and certain things, and then they're going to include information and then some things that you might have been wanting to keep secret.
Yeah, stuff that would be fighting words between men. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
But I mean, all right, so what are we saying? What's the difference?
I'm saying, going back to the point that I made, that's why I think it's important the type of bond you build with somebody. I think that's where most people go wrong. Instead of just saying, oh, you can't never tell women things. I do think you can, but I think you need to be very careful with how you go about it, because a lot of times people get excited. People get inspired when they get into a new situation. I see a lot of friends. I've seen a lot of friends in the past that get into a situation. They think this is it. This is where it's going to be at. And then they don't go that route. And then it gets really messy. So I think people need to do more homework, literally do work at home with each other, understanding each other, and really setting down those boundaries. And then you won't have this narrative in your mind going throughout the world thinking that everybody is like this or like that. I think that's where the black and white mentality comes from, either a lot of pain or a lot of pain and not learning from the pain along the way.
And is it necessary for are you telling the right person, the things that you're vulnerable about? Just because you like her, and have you assessed whether or not how this person treats others and information before you become vulnerable to somebody?
Most people don't. A lot of
people, they just head over heels, and you just start disclosing information about it. If you haven't dealt with it yourself or prepared to deal with it with yourself at that moment, I don't think it's right to
I respect that too.
Do that, because
man, look.
You're going to turn around.
Depending on who you are and how your makeup is, I feel like most men are vulnerable about certain things to a certain extent.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And in the midst of those things that they're vulnerable about, there's certain things that they're willing to disclose and other things are not.
Mm-hmm. And
so with that being said, it's just like, again, to your point, understanding the people that you're dealing with and what you want to be vulnerable about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So doing the homework, and after doing the homework, determining how you want to be vulnerable with this person.
Yeah.
Like the way that I'm wired, yeah, I'm not really giving up too much.
Y'all too,
right?
Bruh?
Right? Like, don't get me wrong.
I'll tell you about these two in a minute.
Don't get me wrong. I will confide in. I will open up. I will talk. I will be genuine. I will be open about a lot. But there's certain things I'm just not willing to disclose. And in a lot of cases, it's not even about being vulnerable. It's about not wanting to readdress or speak on certain things, because then there's certain thoughts or emotions that come with that in certain cases might make you pull back from the person that you're dealing with.
Y'all too? I'm gonna just say let me tell y'all who I podcast with. This one right here, I met him, but I didn't meet him until 3 years after I met him. This dude over here, I've known since junior high, and he wouldn't tell me about a situation that would happen until 10 years after it happened. These two right here, yeah. If we go down, I ain't even got to worry about them in the interrogation room. I ain't got to worry about y'all in the interrogation room. I know nothing.
Me no habla inglés.
Wow, damn, that's crazy. I didn't know nothing about that.
No habla inglés.
But also, this is my last thing on the vulnerability part. It also depends on how somebody is expecting you or how you go about being vulnerable, right? So vulnerability don't mean you just disclosing information.
Yeah,
it's vulnerability.
It's like letting your guard down a little bit.
Yeah. And you can do that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Showing the different parts of you, right? Willing to cry, be sad. The emotions, to me, is being vulnerable. If you see me cry, if you see me be happy, you've seen me be angry, you see me in all those different facets like that, then to me, that I've been vulnerable with you. If you've only seen me be happy, and you haven't gotten the most vulnerable part,
that person's probably hiding something. Brother.
I mean,
tell her you like Beauty of the Beast, man. Tell her. Say it loud with your chest.
He's stupid. Now, there is something that I don't remember if it was off camera or not, but I remember we were talking about something, and we were talking about men and how men are wired, and it's like, if you've been hurt before, there's certain things that you refrain from doing to not experience that same type of hurt.
It's a huge discomfort when we feel like that, man.
So depending on the experiences a man has had, he might not be vulnerable with a woman moving forward because of how he has been hurt after being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? And you were saying about emotional now, like, I have emotions. I operate in them sometimes, but I'm an extremely logical individual. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when I experience certain things, I become closed off. I you know what I'm saying? I get irritable. I don't want to be a bother type. But like, it just depends on the person you're dealing with. So
or a situation.
Because like, even in those instances, if I'm willing to open up and communicate with you and let you know what's going on, how I'm feeling, where my head is at, like, in a sense, that's me being vulnerable with you.
Right.
So you have to, again, know who it is you're dealing with.
Right.
Understand them. Right. And then if they do become vulnerable with you, understand that they consider you to be a safe place and they confide in you, and that shouldn't be used as ammunition at a point where you guys are bumping heads or things aren't going well.
Yeah, that's real stuff. I remember one vulnerable moment you had, bro. We was on the phone and you dropped some squash on your forehead. And he was like, "Oh no, hey, I'm gonna call you back." You didn't hear the pain in his voice, bro. He thought them shoes was over with, and then he called me back later, like, "Yeah, man, I think I can get him out."
They were swayed.
I was like, "Yeah, it happened to the right person, man, because it's the person that can get it done." But bro, it was over.
No, I'll call you back.
Yeah,
I didn't even wait for him to say anything.
He the funniest person to be on the phone with when you gotta do something. And he, like all them years, it was John. He was like, "Hey, hold on, bro. Let me, mute the phone." Yeah, but anyway, bro,
that was hurt. That was
bro.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
so man, y'all two be wild, bro. Y'all got different vulnerable situations than the average. I'll tell you that right now. Hey, y'all think Tyrese has been vulnerable lately? Talking about he wish he was born Latino and then going left.
He said what?
So,
oh man, you ain't seen it?
So he made a post and I couldn't find it. So luckily I'm quick with the screenshot.
Is that Black Tie or Tyrese we're talking about?
T-Rex, Tyrese, Black Tie, all of that stuff.
That's why he said Black Tie.
He said
because he wanted to be a black tie man.
Yeah, see, he said
I get it.
He said that he wished he was born Latino because of the way they're unified and they stick together. And then he went left and started talking about other cultures. He talked about Latinos for a second.
Hold on,
and
man.
then he started talking about this group does this group does that. Go ahead, read them and weep, buddy.
But just
read through.
Read them and weep.
Hey, shout out to to the Latinx community, right?
To all ethnicities.
Yeah.
Right? But check it out. They doing the same damn shit we do.
Listen,
so when he
man.
say unified, it's like,
you got to read it because you might say something wrong. He might address it in there. You get ready to make a point.
Sometimes,
don't read it. Nah, don't read it out loud. Just read through that real quick so you can grasp.
And we finna get popping. Not the African dude, though.
I got it.
I understand now.
But yeah, that's what he said, and he got dragged.
Yo, what?
He got dragged. Don't mind the grammatical errors and stuff. He was really in the moment. He was really in the moment.
And this ain't even no joke. He might have been like going through. He take medication.
Yeah.
He takes actual medication, and those emotional moments he explained was that's what happens when he. I
mean, that is a real thing that people don't take serious enough. You know what I mean?
But he was off the
meds.
He could have been. He could have been.
Tyrese.
I don't know.
Put your phone away, bro.
All right. Relax. So here's the thing. Did he make some good points? Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Was there a need to reference other ethnicities and wishing he was something he's not?
No.
No. Because at the end of the day, since you're not in those communities, right? Since you're not of that,
you don't know their problems
or what they struggle with or what they deal with. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So it's like, because you're on the other side, you see where our inconsistencies are, and you want to like speak on what we're not doing or what we should be doing or what we're capable of. And nobody is disagreeing with everything. Nobody's agreeing with everything.
Right.
But don't worry about what other cultures are doing. Like that's part of the issue.
That's like some white person said, "Oh, I want to be black because they be having fun all the time. They be dancing and singing, and they're just so cool." And
man, we don't have a choice.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Cry or dance.
I'm a dance and cry. Dance and cry.
These mother. Nah, it's cool though. It's cool though.
Nah, I mean,
where do you think the Running Man came from? No, I'm playing.
Hey, nah, man, you might have a point there. Do our Running Man research. Real talk. No, I think that he does make the mistake that a lot of us make in our culture of comparing. And one of the things that I like to do, and assuming for sure, I like to do homework. I didn't like to do it when I was a kid, but I find myself as an adult when I see certain circumstances or situations where somebody will be like, "Hey, you see, whoop de whoop got this, that, and the third. Man, how did they do that?" Sometimes you got to do your research, not to be nosy, but to have a better understanding of what's at stake. Because the last thing you want to do is confuse yourself thinking you have less than or you're not as good as just because you see somebody or you see a group of people doing something that you're not familiar with, because you don't know what goes behind it. You don't know the struggle that came before it or anything like that. And I think that we as a culture, I'm not even going to say we as a culture, but some of us in the culture got to stop doing that.
Shut up, Tyrese.
Yeah, you gotta relax.
There it is, Roman. You got it, Mr. Roman Pierce, Mr. $10 million or a few $1,000,000 a movie. Like, one of the things that bother me, especially when it is a person that has a platform or they're rich, whatever problems you see, you can probably add to a better situation for it. So instead of getting online, why don't you just invest into something to see what do they say? Be the change you want to see?
Yep. Did you see when he tried to not rehearse, but go for the role of Django? You seen the video?
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Take some time, get your phone, type in Tyrese.
There's a reason why Jamie Foxx is Django. And I don't want to see the reason why Tyrese wasn't.
Just type it in on your phone, and then you.
Hey, where's this stuff coming from? Where's all of these auditions coming from? Like, who has this footage, man?
He's the only one who has the footage.
That's crazy, man.
No one else got that.
They better not play my test run for All About the Benjamins. I'm gonna tell you that right now, dog. Because I should have got that role.
He could not play I don't know how hard or difficult it is to play a slave in a movie,
bro.
But I can tell you.
Yo, one of the engines is going down on this plane, dog. What are you saying right now? Yo, engine failure, dog.
Because then it makes you start being like, damn, it's some really good
I don't want nobody
slave.
telling me I play a good slave, man.
Then you like, damn, them other people was really playing a good slave. Because when you see that, you like, oh, it is hard to play a slave. Like, that's crazy.
Yo.
That's crazy.
Yo, you wild. You're a different type of wild, bruh. For real.
Damn.
Nah, man. I do think there needs to be more progressive conversations on the growth of our culture instead of comparisons, bro. Yeah. Like, seriously. Yeah. Stop worrying about what's on somebody else's plate and learn to cook your own food and serve yourself. That's how I see it. That's why we do what we do. That's why you do what you do every day. You do what you do. I do what we do. And then we collectively come together and do what we do. Straight up, man. Straight up.
No, he said I do what we. I thought you was. You know how I get a little tongue tied.
Nah, man.
I thought that was a tongue twister.
I'm a wordsmith, bro.
You do what you do. I do what I do, and you do.
Yeah, that's why we collectively do what we do, and then individually do our own thing. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest. I'm proud of it, and I think if you're not proud of the environment or the culture you come from, then maybe you need to contribute more. That's how I see it. I mean, there's room for criticism. We contribute, bro.
He contributed it.
Break it down, man. Break down the accolades.
First of all, we talking about Tyrese.
Okay.
So, a lot of babies was born to the music.
All right. Populating the community.
Contributing to the community, is it not?
Yeah, into the community. Go ahead.
Contributing to the black family, right?
Let them go, Jay.
Right? Okay.
Just let them go.
So then you have him as baby boy, right?
Yep. There you go.
So it was a lot of Jodys out there before.
Mm-hmm. It still is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
And they're older now.
Now we can identify them.
but what he was trying to show you was...
You could do better?
You could do better.
Okay.
You could do better.
With the help of Melvin and
then
P and everybody else.
Hold up.
If you start talking about Fast and the Furious,
helped save the world. Did he not help save the world?
Hey, he didn't. He didn't say Fast and the Furious. But he did fight the Decepticons. He did fight the Decepticons.
He being deceptive right now.
We're going back to Fast and the Furious because that's a whole lesson in itself.
Man, you talking about everything he was doing to make himself money. Y'all thought you finna talk about
entrepreneurship. Are we not going to talk about contributions and philanthropy to the...
All right, well, where's his philanthropy? Talk about it. Where he donated? What he built?
Everything that he ain't got to tell.
Hold on, man. I ain't asked him for no money yet.
I don't know yet.
I'm just saying, right?
I got to do my research. I just got to do my research. I'm just saying, it's there for us to see.
We call this part of the episode Poe Moments. And it is brought to you by Kicks and Sneakers.
The hell it is.
LaVar Cole.
Definitely.
No, I don't.
Entrepreneurship. He was trying to be an entrepreneur and baby boy too, though.
He was selling dresses at the barbershop.
Come on, man. You got to start somewhere.
$40.
You have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. Hit the ground running.
Well, don't start on Instagram cutting your phone on saying these things. Let's not do that, man. Please. Calm down, Jody.
You gotta
don't do it, Roman.
You gotta see the messaging. The messaging
Anyways.
things. It's
Yo,
there.
so you think these you think these TikTok dances is in trouble, man?
Oh, they removed all the
Universal Music removed all the music. That's Drake, that's Taylor Swift, all of that. Everything is removed. And if what if you have like a video that has like, I don't know, like 300,000 views and all this content and it's just muted now? Like,
be more creative. Make your own beats.
Who needs Universal Music, huh? We need TikTok dances.
It actually might cause people to be more creative.
That's what so I see two things. I see it forces people to be more creative, and it opens the door for more independent music to be used now.
For sure. The people who are much smaller than like the bigger artists, for sure. And then, the creativity behind it, like you're going to have to do something else.
Yeah. I'm down with it. I'm okay with it.
That's what y'all get.
I don't even be on TikTok.
Figure it out. Because this is the thing about it, right?
He said, nah.
I have a TikTok. There's the Kicks and Sneaker brand has a TikTok, and it's a business profile. And because of that, we're limited on the music that we can use for our videos already. Yeah. We're not allowed to use any of the music that's licensed. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so we have to figure out a way already to find different instrumentals and music and sounds and things for our videos to like make them interactive or to draw traffic or whatever the case may be. So now at this point, now all of these TikTok dancers and whatever elsers have to figure it out. And so what? What are you whining for? Figure it out. Everybody else has to. Now, all that means now is that you won't see 2,500 kids doing the same weak dance to the same Drake song or Taylor Swift or whatever. You got to figure it out now. You got to come with your own steps, right? You got to groove to the beat your own way. Figure it out, man. So
and there is a good thing for you guys that are worried about it. There's plenty of Dizzy D Spill catalog on all platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Tidal.
How would you feel if
you can get off TikTok, switching your hips and go do something productive?
And my music's available on Snapchat if you don't want to be on TikTok, so this works out even better.
How would you feel if you were one of the artists, though?
I wouldn't feel anything. I don't think they care because they don't even make money off streams like that. Like Snoop said he made like around 40K last year towards the end of the year off of streams. And he had like billions of streams.
The revival of songs, though. Like Chris Brown, that one track that he had that was, it's like 4 years old. Got hot on TikTok. He didn't even have a video for it. He made a video for it after seeing the TikTok, and now it's like one of his touring songs.
I mean, I don't think
the
that
job is done for him because the song is already revived. And so
but I don't think he's affected by Universal. I don't know if he's on Universal. So I mean, that works out for him. But I mean, I feel like a lot of big name artists will probably not care so much. Now, if you under contract with them and you're not really popping like that, and then maybe your song started getting steamed because the right influencer used it and then they shut it down, yeah, I'll be pissed. But that's why this is the era of independent music. So many people are going independent for this reason because the deals just ain't there. So just keep doing your thing, and he won't have to keep getting mad.
No sympathy. No empathy. None of that.
No.
Nothing. None at all. None at all.
Oh, well.
Cold piece of work, man.
Yo,
Thank you. I tried.
We gotta update these folks on like some of the dope music. I'm still working on no, I actually just started the new Benny the Butcher album.
Yo, that first track is crazy.
But the
whole album's good.
Boldy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's good too.
Craven and Boldy album, bro.
I was just telling him my favorite song is Jack Frost right now. I like that song a lot.
Them albums is nice. Have you listened to the new the guy Fahim? Cooking Soul.
He got a new.
Him and Cooking Soul.
Send it to me. Oh my god, thank you. I need some new. But El Camino's. You heard his new shit?
No, he got a new one.
I have not heard El Camino.
I'm gonna check him out.
That.
Hey, the Boldy album reminds me of 09, I would say 09, 2010 Poe, when he was really in your bag rapping. I mean, the cadence. It was the cadence and the delivery. I was like, yeah. So I know why. I can understand why you would feel that way You know what I'm saying with that album, but yeah,
that shit is hard.
I like the vibe of it too, man. It's just like it's smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like you can really just you don't even have to you don't have to skip nothing or anything.
They
You
don't
can just
say Bodie name enough. Bodie is like almost is one of the bar for bar like rappers, like in his own style. He be saying some shit.
Yeah, he's cold. He cold with
saying
it.
some shit.
He
like,
cold with it.
That's the second one from him and Nicholas.
Yeah. The other one is the like the snow on the front or something. Like that one's hard too.
Yeah, man, I still got homework to listen to the rest of these albums though. But
because there's that
they smacking right now.
Little band of Butcher, Everybody Can Go. There's the guy Fahim and Cooking Soul who got the album, and then Bodie James and Nicholas Craven, right?
What's your favorite right now? Since you listen to all of them so far, what's your favorite?
Oh, mine is Bodie.
That's difficult just because I feel like different moods, different albums hit harder at certain. Because I feel like all of them got wordplay. All of them got wordplay. And then sometimes it's just like, I don't know, it's like if you're really looking for more like that East Coast feel, you're going to go with the guy Fahim, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I sleep to Mock and Guy Fahim.
Mike Hami. Yeah, he supposed to have a new one coming out too. I don't know what's going on with that. And it's like if you like kind of like on your grimy hype, like Bodie does it for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you feeling like you in a flexing mood, I feel like Benny is the album right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then like if you're on some cool laid back, you probably go slap that Larry June and Cardo Got Wings joint. The night shift. You know, you know what I'm saying? It just really depends on your mood, but I feel like all four of them albums are top tier easily.
I appreciate how you let the different elements of vibes and crime know what soundtrack they need. You know what I'm saying? Because definitely that Bodie had me ready. Like, you know what? I don't really have to work no more.
Celebrate.
You know what I'm saying?
Make you want to
Homie over there parked at that 7-Eleven. I like that car. That's real. But you know, all of the music is fire right now. And I think kind of not really staying on it and going back to it for too long, but that's kind of like what my issue is about, like what a lot of the beef that you see in the music, because all of this dope music over here is getting overlooked because they over there arguing in the back of the classroom. You know what I'm saying? And I wish that a lot of artists with this talent got the proper exposure. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it. How you feel about that album?
I didn't even know.
He didn't know.
Give it here.
It's sometimes on Friday. I forget. Bro. Send that to me. I didn't even know.
Now some of the songs are old, but there's supposed to be another one coming out. But I mean, like this one is a nice vibe in itself.
Sometimes I'll download some shit and I'll have albums that I forgot that I downloaded. It's like, I got to listen to that.
I've done that.
Yeah,
it happens.
I understand that.
It happens.
I think I still got a couple albums I downloaded that's like that. So yeah, I get it.
There's another album too. It came out like at the end of the year.
Last year.
It dropped on Christmas last year, and it's not a lot of songs, but it had me surprised because it was, look at the artist, right? I thought he was retired. He was retired, bro. So when
he was my favorite on,
he's one of he's one of my favorites as well.
Would that piss y'all off that y'all don't know who they talking about?
Oh, trademark the Skydiver.
Yeah.
Oh, you better than me.
Trademark the Skydiver and Young Roddy. They put out like a little EP.
They used to perform out here every once in a while.
I wasn't telling y'all to say something. I was just gonna cut it off.
They performed at Soul Collective.
Oh yeah,
yeah. This was
well, because you know Young Roddy ain't on Jet Life anymore. He got his own thing.
Yeah, he got his own shit.
Tripped me out even more. I'm listening to the album, and you know, Young Roddy go, then Trademark go, and I'm like, ooh, they talking grimy about somebody. I'm like, I know I ain't talking about Currency. And then Currency drops the last verse. I'm like, okay, it wasn't Currency.
Hey,
they played us.
How y'all feel about BG? Y'all been listening to this
track? Nah, BG's.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
BG's, he's going in.
I haven't listened to anything.
He been rapping like he ain't
missed the beat. Yeah,
I did hear one verse, and I was like,
he been rapping.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he riding them beats.
Yeah, I feel like BG now is better than the young BG. BG now is better than, and I'm not saying I'm not giving no flack to the young BG, but this BG, I like this BG a lot better.
His rapping skill has improved.
Yeah.
His ability to rap has definitely improved.
For sure.
I don't know if we gonna ever get them songs though.
Do you think there'll be a reunion? You think they could pull off a Hot Boys reunion?
I don't know, because it's supposed to be some beef between him and Turk or something like that. I guess Turk might have said something.
Turk?
I think so.
I thought it would be more Wayne because of the comment he made, but in the song. But I get it.
Nah, I think it was Turk.
We'll see. Well, hopefully y'all do a reunion because we need that. But yeah, BG's been doing this thing. Shout out to BG. So, for sure. Anyways, we finna get out of here. You've been tuning into the Notion Podcast. This is your boy, Dizzy D Spill, with my co-host in the building,
Jelani Evans,
Farmer Poe.
Thank you for tuning in. Tune in next time. You know what to do. Leave likes, leave comments. Let us know what you agree with, what you disagree with. And until next time, peace.